back, watch me jump.
Welcome back to another tutorial, guys. This is Adrian talking, and I am part of Tag Animations, and this is going to be a tutorial about something really unique that not many people know. It's a thing called Cappuccino. Before I get to that, I do want to show off this stuff, my information. If you go to my channel, Tag Animations, you can go to my about page. You can go to my about page and hear all like the links for everything, anything you need or know about me. Here are the links to. And if you go to my site on my channel, you can see that I have a lot of stuff here and pictures and forums and really cool stuff. I'm trying to raise money so that I can get my site actually away from Weebly and actually into its own domain. So I'm trying to raise $50 for that. That would be really awesome if we can start getting some donations or some commissions for, you know, renders, everything. I'm down for it. Also, I have these two things available here. I have the couch pack and I have the tables and chair pack available on Selfie. Go check them out because they're really awesome and I spend a lot of time on it. So yeah. Okay. So back to the bombshell that I dropped on you guys. Today we're going to learn about Cappuccino. Again, not many people know about it because it used to be called something else. It used to be called Mocha. So if you go into Windows, you go into customization, customize commands, and you type in Cappachino, you'll see that there's this really cool looking, actually I didn't mean to do that, but you just double click on it and it'll come out. And you get all these weird little things and whatever. Now what Cappuccino is basically, so there's regular hand animation. That's basically when you just do this and put your character up and do that and have to keyframe everything. You can do that. That's cool. You're really cool. And then on the other end, there's mocap, which is when you actually have like sensors and stuff, and then you're actually doing the body motion and stuff, and that's when you're putting that onto your character. A lot more work, but a lot of flexibility and stuff. But then there's this middle option, Cappuccino. So this is within Cinema 4D. It's not a plugin or anything. It's actually within Cinema 4D. And basically, if you've seen if I go to my channel, now if you noticed the noodle dance parody, whatever, this silly animation that I made, right? With hold up, hate Flash Player. Now, if you notice, you can see that it almost seems like it's like actually me like controlling this character. This is basically a test just to show people, kind of showcase for this tutorial what Cappuccino can do, even though it's in a silly, really weird way or whatever. Let me just show you. Let me just show you. So we're gonna put this to like 250, right? And I have a character here. This is just my rig that I've been working on, but kind of haven't been working on it much anymore. So it's an older rig. So basically what Cappuccino does is it records your mouse movement or whatever, and it just puts it all into the timeline. So I'm going to do this. Basically you can do rewind time, position, scale, rotation, all that good stuff. So what we're going to do is, I have all this here. We're going to do the bones first, right? And we're just going to press start real time. And basically it starts once you actually do something. So actually I didn't really do anything there. It just kind of keyframed. I don't know what it keyframed. It just keyframed this. So move it to where you want it to be, so that way you can animate the stuff So move your viewport so that way it's in the right position. So if you move this, then it's already going to start recording. So basically, we're going to just, oh, 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 bam, 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 bam. What? What did you say? Mom, 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 mom. Okay, so basically, you have this whole thing is recorded. It's really cool. So that records all your keyframes, and you can. Although I'm doing it in a really funny and a funny type of manner, you can actually get really good results. If you type in, I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description. Cappuccino Cinema 4D. I think if you type in Cappuccino and Cinema 4D, you can look at this. This is really cool. So basically, this is by Maxon or whatever. I think like 2010 or whatever. And they basically show what you can do with Mocha. And this is in the real sense. Right now I'm doing it in like a funny type of comedic sense. But using it for real would be something like this. So basically they have a dragon here, right? A dragon rig. And basically he's explaining that he can flap the wings and stuff while he's doing the cappuccino or whatever, and he can actually make the motion look realistic. And so you just go through all the body parts or whatever, select them, have Cappuccino run down, and then just wait, I gotta do it. So as you can see, he's making his dragon land, then he's bringing it down and stuff. And you can see what he's doing right here. So he does the body or the bones first, and then he does all the other ligaments. So as you keep on playing on, it's like music. If you've ever recorded or played music or whatever, you do like tracks over tracks over tracks. And that's basically what Cappuccino does. You basically keep on overlaying different animations or different tracks of keyframes for each individual joint, and eventually you'll come out with a product. Now if I look through this, that just shows him reducing the keyframes. Hold up. And I think the full animation is right. So right now he's reducing the keyframes so that way it's not so much, so that way it looks more fluid. Not sure if it shows, but as you can see the head's moving and everything's moving and stuff as he's going on, and that's pretty much what that does. So we're gonna do this over again. Do this one more time, and we're kind of gonna do this in a more realistic sense, so that way you can get a feel of what's going on. So we're gonna start real time. And we're kind of just going to go forward. We're just going to go forward. Or actually, take that back. So, say that you wanted to kind of do a walk cycle. This is probably going to be a bad example of a walk cycle. But, so basically, say you want to do something like this. Right? So basically, you're just kind of going along or whatever. And I'm just going to stop it right there, so we're just going to put this to 120. So as you can see, it's just doing this to my character, and the character's just going along or whatever, along these keyframes. So then what you do is you go to the next one, and you do that one. So this is the back, so we're going to do this. And while he's walking, he's going to kind of go like this, right? Really bad example, but you should be able to, by the end of this, you should be able to see what I'm doing. And hopefully, if you want to start using it, then you have this option available. Basically, the whole point of this tutorial is to basically say, hey, keyframing by hand isn't the only option. You can do other stuff. to make things faster. You just gotta kind of look into what your options are, and maybe this is an option that you prefer a little bit better. But yeah, I just want to show you, and it's gonna be really bad, but again, it's just for teaching purposes, to show you kind of what this can do, not in the realistic sense. Okay. Oops, no. Okay, so basically we're gonna do feet now. Oops, sorry. Forgot those are IK feet. Left, right leg. Okay, so start real time again. We're gonna pick this, and then we're gonna. Oh gosh. Oh, actually, we gotta pick it up like this. And basically, you can kind of do this if you know how to do a circle over. You can kind of do this so that way it looks like he's running for real. And just do the opposite leg and just have him kind of rotate or whatever. And then we're gonna start real time and do it again. And you can kind of see what I was talking about. It just looks really stupid, but there we go. And now we can do the arms. So we're gonna make them look really derpy. There you go. So we're doing this, but you can see how everything's kind of coming together. Like, it doesn't look really bad. It actually looks kind of good, even though the actions don't add up. It actually kind of still looks really good. Like you spent a lot of time on it. Because normally, doing all this together, even if you're doing it really bad like this, it would take probably an hour. I'm doing it in probably like 10 minutes. Mocap would probably be 5 minutes, plus like the hour of processing and stuff. So mocap would take longer for smoother performance. Doing it by hand would look a lot better, or would look decent, and be time consuming. And this can be like a medium between that. So it saves you time, but you also have to be very knowledgeable of how to do this. So you really got to practice Cappuccino if you want. If you really want to use it, I would say. I haven't used it much, but you know, I haven't had time to use it. So I love how he just goes really fast at the end. So basically, let's just say that we did all our things. You can even do stuff like I'm pretty sure you can do stuff like eyes and stuff. Let me check. So start real time. No. Yes. No. I don't know why the eyes. Oh, hold up. That is because. Hold up. Really quickly. Oh, actually, we're just gonna change the skin. We're gonna change the skin on this, so that way we can. So we're gonna change it to Groove because Groove's pretty cool. And so this is Groove. Okay, Groove. I'm gonna turn on the face elements, so that way we can see what's going on. Turn this off. Okay, pretty Groove. Let's do this. Okay, so basically you have a face here, and we're gonna try to animate it. I haven't tested this yet, but we're gonna try animating it with Cappuccino, and maybe it might work. It's probably gonna do the same thing as if you did this and press play, and you did it that way, except it's not gonna skip. If you did it this way and you just press play, you're gonna have things skip, and it's not gonna look so smooth. If you do it with Cappuccino, you're gonna get the exact everything. You're gonna get everything to be the same. So hopefully, no. So basically, if I did start keyframe, no. I think you could still do it if you like messed with this and then you did something else. I don't know if you could do it, but let's see if you could still do it. Nope. So I don't think it. I don't think it could do it with these. Sorry, I don't think it could do it with these. But yeah, anything that involves joints, though, it can pretty much do. So this is kind of the finished product, if you will. But you can see that it still looks pretty decent. Like, it doesn't look so bad, if you get what I mean. It doesn't look really bad. It really does look like there was some kind of time put into this, even though we only spent like 5 minutes. So maybe if you wanted like your character to really like flip out, but you didn't want it to take all of the time to make your character seem like they're spazzing or whatever, this would be a really good option to make your character seem like he's spazzing out. Or if you're trying to make his lip quiver or whatever, you just go really back and forth with your mouse. So it's a really unique way, and I would suggest it for complicated actions. What if you're trying to make your character jump really high or something, and you want it to look really smooth? We're going to delete these for a second. So look at this. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this first try. So basically, let's say you're going to go here. Bam! Bam! See, you can kind of do some really cool stuff if you practice with this enough. You can do some realistic jumps. Like, you don't have to kind of calculate how it's going to be, and you can make it look cartoony too, because your mouse has more control than what you can do with just doing it, you know, step by step. This is step by step, doing this and doing that, so that way he jumps or whatever. To get the actual thing that, because what Cinema 4D does is it likes to tween. If you know what tween means, if you ever did flash animation or any kind of like stick figure animation or anything using like Adobe Flash or whatever, tweening is basically when you have one frame here and one frame at 0 and one frame at 10. And all that in between is the animation that Cinema 4D kind of puts together. The reason why having individual frames like this is good is because Cinema 4D doesn't have any control. Once you do 0 here and 10 here, you're giving Cinema 4D the control to say, hey, I want you to put this action and this action together. I want you to do all the work. By doing this, you're saying, I'm going to take this particular action and I want to do it myself. And this is when you're doing all yourself. And then you can go back and you can, so for example, I can select, let's see, yeah, I can select all of these that I animated and all that pile of mess. If you go to tracks, and this is what the dude was doing in the video, basically you want to fold all, and basically if you go up to, so we're going to select all these, if you go up to function and you go up to simplify, or not simplify, is it simplify? Pretty sure it's either simplify or delete. I usually do delete every nth frame, but you can use simplify too. I think they're pretty much the same. And I usually do 2 or 4 or whatever, and that's just going to delete like every 4th frame or whatever from each thing. And that kind of gives you like a tween effect. So if you, I don't think it's on here. Let's do it one more time then. We're going to do that one more time. It's right here. Okay, so we're gonna delete the, oops, sorry. We're going to delete every 2nd frame. There we go. So now we've just simplified our frames. So this in-between frame is the frame that Cinema 4D has control over. And basically it's going to put its own twist on what we've done. So technically it's going to make things a little bit smoother. And each time you do that, it's going to make it smoother and smoother and smoother. But it's also going to take away the accuracy that you first started with. And you can kind of see this is how you can do things. You can do slow motion like this. You can go really fast and then just slow down. So Cappuccino has a really powerful is a really powerful tool. Really, just because you can do a lot with it. I think, and you have the control. With Cinema 4D and just doing things by hand all the time, you don't really have the control. So by using Cappuccino, at least you'll have a little bit control, and you don't have to use it with everything. I suggest that you just use it with, certain things. Like I was saying, if you're trying to do a really complicated quiver with the lips, or if you're trying to make your character blink really fast or something, I think it would be really useful for that kind of stuff. Or if you do want to do a run cycle and you don't want to spend hours doing it, you can practice your Cappuccino and try to figure out how to do your run cycles, and which way you have to kind of move your mouse or whatever, so that way you can kind of get this kind of look. Because if you look at it, you just need to do this. That's really all you need to do. Up, over, up, over. And if you can get that down, and you make the other leg do the opposite motion, you basically have a run cycle, and then you can move your character how you need him to move. So yeah, enough of me ranting. Go check out Cappuccino for yourself. Try it out with your character. See if it works. See if you can find anything to use it for. And let me know. Let me know how it goes for you. If you have any questions about Cappuccino at all, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help with anything you guys need. And so, that's it. And I'm out! Ah!